Laravel Eloquent has quite a few, I call them 2-in-1 features. So do something or do something. And I will demonstrate a few of them now. So what if you want to get the first record by some condition, and if it doesn't exist, you create that record. So this is a typical code. You do where and do first. If it doesn't return anything, then you create the record. Probably this should be the correct syntax. So Laravel allows you to do that in one sentence without the if with FirstOrCreate. There are two parameters here. So first, by which condition, you may specify more fields, and then create with what fields if it doesn't exist, and those fields would include that one as well. So the result is absolutely the same. And if we delete that one, have a few more examples commented out, we'll get to them in a minute. And if we try to launch that homepage, we see 1 as a result. The database was empty, so there's user with ID 1. But if we refresh that, I just refreshed, as you can see, it's still 1. So on the second time when it's launched, it returns first and doesn't create another record. Similarly, you can create a record without saving that into the database. Maybe you want to do some more magic or more operations with that. You can have first or new. So the result is user object in the variable in the Laravel code, but it's not saved into the database yet. So if we launch that with a different email, we refresh, and there's nothing here. So there's no user ID, because user ID is what gets auto-incremented automatically when the record is saved into the database. So this is a proof that it's not saved in the database. But as a proof that it has name value, we refresh, and it does have the name value of admin. The next example is what if you want to update the record, or if it doesn't exist, create one. So for that, you have a function update or create. Pretty similar. So you update the user by that email with the values of these fields. In my case, it's just the name. So now let's try to remigrate the database. So if we launch that now, we refresh, and we have ID 1 admin updated, which means it found this record, which was created earlier, and updated the name. But for example, if we have admin 3 here and refresh, we have an error that we also, of course, we need to provide the password. So yeah, let's do exactly that. Copy, paste, password, and we refresh. And now we have ID 2, new user with admin updated. And the final kind of 2-in-1 method I want to show you is absurd. It is available from Laravel 8.10, and it works like this. If you have, for example, some Excel sheet with the updated data for the user, and you don't want to do for each loop and update them automatically one by one, you want to have one sentence. So imagine that these two lines come from Excel sheet, and those should be the new values for the users. Now, how do we identify the users? We identify them by email, and we update those fields. So these are the parameters for the absurd. For every line, it is searching for this email and updates the record with these values. Let's try it out. If we refresh, we have admin.com with admin1, which is this one, updated, and then admin2 admin.com with updated admin2. So it successfully updated 2 records. So these are helpful Eloquent models to help you avoid 2 or more sentences. Instead, do something in more compact way.